Welcome to the Clegg YouTube channel. This section is Evo-Sync, and today we're going to be discussing sleep and how it has a contributing factor to your physical and mental well-being. Two issues regarding sleep is the quantity and the quality of sleep what you get. The recommended quantity is 7 to 8 hours of sleep a day, and the quality of sleep goes through 4 stages. There are 2 light stages where you have dreamless sleep, where you have real sleep, and then the 3rd stage is your deep sleep, and the 4th stage is called the REM stage, which is the rapid eye movement, where you have your most intense dreaming moments, and this cycle lasts for about 90 minutes. And this is all linked to melatonin release, your circadian rhythm, and it's quite interesting that some people are classed as night owls and some people are classed as early morning birds. And it's interesting to try and work out which one you are to try and help with sleep issues. Now, we're going to discuss 5 problems what come about if you don't sleep enough. Number 1, you can get fat, or you can increase your body mass, and ultimately that will make you feel not well. Number 2, heart health. Studies have shown that a decrease in the amount of time you have to sleep can cause heart issues, such as number 3, blood pressure. Number 4, it affects the way glucose is metabolized within the system, which can cause type 2 diabetes. And the biggest, number 5, depression. Again, sleep has been correlated with all these issues, but depression, people really who suffer with insomnia really struggle to sleep, and it can affect them through the rest of the day. And we know good sleep is really important for performance in an athletic sense, but also productivity within normal life and work-life balance, and also when you're with your children to make sure you have the best time possible. So, the 5 ways to solve it. Make sure you have good hygiene. Hygiene, that's make sure the room is dark. Make sure you're not getting any issues regarding light disturbing your sleep. We're trying to keep the melatonin in the system, therefore you have good sleep and light through all different, whether it's mobile phones or a street lamp, or some people have to keep the light on at night time because they might be afraid of the dark. This is actually quite bad for the health, so try and have as dark an environment as possible. 2, try and make it as quiet as possible. It's really important to try and get restful sleep. Some people might use some type of tone or binaural beats, which are really good for people to get to sleep, but in essence you want a quiet environment. And also make sure it's quite a cool environment, therefore you have your blanket so you can feel nice and cozy, and make sure the quality of the bed and the pillow itself, the mattress, nice and the relaxed, and you can fall to sleep feeling happy. So that's number 1, sleep hygiene. Number 2 are your habits. Simple tips to make sure you sleep well is try and make sure you go to bed at a similar time each day. The evidence shows that if you get a regular sleep pattern, you can sleep better, and then you move through the 4 cycles of sleep in 90-minute segments, and this helps you to have a really good habit which helps you to sleep for the 7 to 8 hours what you need. Regarding habits, try and not drink alcohol too close to bedtime. It might help you to fall to sleep, but ultimately you won't get the nice cycles of sleep, and you'll find it hard to fall asleep again once you do wake up, and also you might have to go to the toilet to relieve yourself because of the extra water within inside yourself. And then the other thing is, don't train too close to bedtime. 2 hours prior is probably the best, as in not too close to when you go to sleep, because this really spikes your sympathetic nerve waves, and this can cause a release of endorphins, a release of excitement, and you want to make sure you try and get in a parasympathetic nerve wave system where your body's relaxing and it's calming down, so when you actually get into bed you're in a nice relaxed state. Number 3 is journal. This is a simple tip where you basically get things out of your brain. When you're asleep, you don't want to be tossing and turning, you're worrying about tomorrow, you're thinking about what you've not done today, you're trying to remember a meeting. So get a journal and just write simple little segments down. Remember to do this, remember to do that. And that releases the brain being in the frontal cortex, so they can move to the back and you can have a much more peaceful, relaxing sleep. And little things regarding journaling, set your time on your clock. So you're not worrying again, what time is my alarm going to go? I don't want to be late for work. And another really good tip is to prepare the morning in the evening. So when you wake up, maybe have your clothes set out, make sure you know what you're having for breakfast, make sure, especially if you've got children like I have, it can be hectic in the morning. You know what it's like trying to get the kids ready for the school run. It's all crazy, the kids are flying everywhere. So if you get all these things prepared, it's going to be a much easier transition to, so you don't have to worry about these things at the night time. Number 4, try and unplug. Try and get yourself away from having the bedroom as somewhere which is like an entertainment system, where you've got a TV, where you've got your iPads, where you've got all this electromagnetism in the room. You want to try and make the bedroom for 2 things, for sleeping and for having sex. That's unless you're single, and maybe you find other ways to keep yourself occupied in the evening. Number 5 is don't use medication to sleep. You don't want to get addicted to some type of tablet form, because ultimately when you come off this, it'll be very difficult to try and get yourself back into a normal sleep pattern. So what I would do is try and use natural remedies which can help you get to sleep, such as having a nice warm bath, maybe playing some nice music, and for you people, you females especially, put some candles on, just get relaxed, the children are in bed, and have a moment for yourself. Breathing techniques are very good. If you get into bed and you want to just try and really relax, and this is going to lead into next week where we're going to talk about breathing. It's something we do every single day. Sleeping is important, of course. We have 7-8 hours sleep a day, but breathing we're doing 24 hours a day. So how do we maximize the breath? One, for athletic ability, but also for general health and well-being. There's different types of breathing: diaphragmatic breathing, slow breathing through the nose and out through the mouth. So we'll talk about this next week. And again, you can use essences and different types of smells, lavender for instance, and some which are soothing, so therefore you can have the best sleep possible. So this is a little bit different from the rest of the podcast and the show, but this is just going to set in place key fundamental activities which happen for everybody, but will ultimately lead long term to athletic performance, and where that lies. And we know that if you have good sleep, it can definitely help in improving the size of your muscles, hypertrophy, in your speed and in your mind. So all these are connected to athletic endeavours, but at this point it also relates to everybody in society. It's really important to get good sleep, good rest, and therefore you can be as productive as possible in the day itself. And especially for children as well, sleep has been really correlated to increasing scores in school, and making sure they have the best chance in life to have the best life possible. So I thank you for this podcast, and I look forward to next week's Evo-Sync on breathing, and thank you.